Alright, Shalom. Gonna give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem, Rakah Kadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, great millstone. One salutation to the brothers teaching word for the hopeful elect. Hopeful elect families, man. My phone went out, so I'm gonna be reading out the Apocrypha today. Most High willing is edifying, you know. We're gonna start at 2nd Esdras 6, verse 7. You know, and if you could subscribe to my new channel, backup channel, GMS Chariot Invasion, it should be on my old link under the video. These devils know it's the end of their time. So, you know, it's a bunch of madness out here, man. It's like mega madness out here, man. You know? So you know it's the end of time. You know, nobody wants to believe, like we always say, it's the end of time because they're comfortable in America and they was taught to dream in this America. But, you know, you can't dream for a good place in a weary, stressful, bitter life. You know? And that's why these questions were asked in Esdras. You know? The questions that our spirit moaned in. But we got the knowledge, wisdom, understanding to know what's going on now, but you know, our flesh still mourns and moans and groans inside our bones, man. Because it's heavy wickedness in this life. And it's shown every day. You know? Even them trying to stop the truth. It's heavy wickedness, man. 2nd Esdras 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or what shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth, man? Because who's supposed to follow after this kingdom? Jacob, who was first. Esau, Jacob came after, and he held his hand took Esau's heel, representing, symbolizing, pulling Esau out of his power, man. When are those times going to come? It says, wait. It says, though it tarry, wait for it. The vision shall speak. We're in the times of this vision speaking. Time of the end. It's time of the prophecy being fulfilled overall. You know? And that main prophecy leads up to Esau being destroyed. The prophets are on the streets prophesying the downfall of a wicked kingdom. Esau is willingly down the drain. He's moving more into this technical world, which is attempt escape from the Most High. You know, because what did the Most High say in the scriptures? How it's written in the scriptures, say the natural shall be first, come first, and then the spiritual. He's skipped all that. He's trying to skip all the natural stuff, man. It's natural for a man and woman come together, make children. It's natural for the things to be in order. It's natural for a man to be over a woman. Women over the children and so forth, how it's broken down. Yahweh first, Yahawashi. You know? It's natural for the process of things that's supposed to come about on this earth, such as the things that were created, plants, animals, you know, the earth, the soil, every livelihood, man, that the Most High created has a natural process. And Esau, he doesn't like that way. He's unnatural, you know. Everything's GMO microwave. So when is this man gonna be taken down? You know? When is the righteous kingdom going to be coming in? It says, and he said it to me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him. See, they're going to talk about prophecy, man. Because you can't read the New Testament like these bugged out Christians and then not consider Esau and Jacob, not consider that story. That's one of the whole links to how this thing is going to play out spiritually. How is Jacob going to take Esau down? By spiritual powers. He's a prince of the power. You know? What has Most High done with Esau? He's lifted him up to a high level.
What's up, bro?
How you doing, man?
Good.
I'm just by myself. I'm with GMS, though.
That's dope.
Yep.
Keep going, bro.
All right, man.
You know where we at, right?
Yeah, I know. I got a brother with y'all, man.
Yeah.
All right, I got a brother with y'all, though, man.
Who's that?
He doesn't camp with y'all, but he watches y'all, man. He follows you.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm just out here, man.
Good work, bro.
All right, man.
Go, brother.
Yep.
Shalom.
Hold on. It says, and he said it to me, you gotta be disciplined him, you know? Just let him go on, man. That was IUIC again. Another member of it. You know? Lest they come up here, you know? I'm a hold, you know, Most High will, I hold my ground, spiritual level, you know what I'm saying? Still talk about the mark of the beast, still talk about whatever's going on, prophecy, vaccination shots, you know, referring to the scriptures, you know. But I just let them go on, man, you know. Let them do what they do, man. Anyway, he said, and to me, verse 8, from Abraham to Isaac, there you go, it's breaking down the lineage. And when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, man. Representing, like I said, pulling Esau out of power. Who is Esau? So-called white man. What has Esau gotten to be? You know, well, he was born as the wicked, but Most High raised him up to where he has to be taken down. Just for his purpose. And he said, and Most High made a reference in the scriptures, he did the same thing with Pharaoh. So we know how that links up. We know this is spiritual Egypt. We know now that the modern day code word spiritually Egyptians are these so-called white people. Because Egypt means bondage or house of bondage. And that's what the so-called white man has everybody in bondage, man. Even once appointed time subject to the bondage of death, man. You know, by doing all these atrocities and all these preconceived concepts of man spreading among the earth in the wicked terms, man. You know, so that's what's going to happen. For Esau is the end of the world. See? And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So we're waiting for Jacob's kingdom. We're waiting for be princes of power. We're waiting for have spiritual power. We're waiting for righteous power and righteous rulership to come about. And you can't say, well, all the Israelites are scattered, nobody knows, you know, we got mixed up. No. It always refer back to Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, man. I think in, what is that? Amos? It might be another scripture. Mentions the stock of Abraham. It mentions in the New Testament, you shall see Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom and ye yourselves cast out, man. Because that's Most High still dealing with their lineage. Hey, Abraham was set up to be righteous. By faith, he sojourned into another land. You know? By faith, he listened to the Spirit and about to sacrifice his son. Hey, Isaac, it was prophesied of Isaac through the children, you know, through his children, Jacob and Esau, what would happen in the time. So those were important, that's an important lineage to follow in the history of it. And there's no, if you understand, there's no forgiveness, no repentance. Esau, all his house is going to be stubble. Okay. I want to get to that. 2nd Esdras 9, it says, he answered me then. Wait, let me see if I can back up a little bit. Let me go to 2nd Esdras 8 and 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride, man. But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory of such as be like thee. For unto you is paradise open. The tree of life is planted, man. All the way from the beginning, because what it was told to Adam, it says, hey, this man has taken upon the tree of knowledge of good and evil, unless he take up the tree of life. Then basically there should be no hope, paraphrasing. So Most High had already planted a tree of life for us. You know? Because this was all for a representation of his work anyway. You know? The food the prideful man. The food to have Esau in the trick bag. Because what were they waiting for? Jerusalem's fall, man. And what was said of Adam? Oh, Adam, what hast thou done? Since thou fallest, you haven't fallen alone, but us with you, basically. Great miseries, you know. What happened? Yahawashi came, fulfilled that lot to be a quickening spirit, man. You know, to be a prince, to make us princes, to make us princes of power, man. To make us kings. Because David was a king, and he, you know, through Solomon, who was Yahawashi, he was the son of David. But they said, son of David, oh thou, how hast thou, Lord, say to my Lord, sit on thy right hand side of the Most High. Yahawashi was before David, man. And he saved us in the glorious work, an express image of Yahweh when he walked the earth, so we could be linked back to Yahweh to get that power over Esau, man. But great miseries are done upon the earth. But until your paradise is open, the tree of life is planted, the time to come is prepared. It's already prepared, man. And just like any tree, you plant a fruit, you plant a seed, it doesn't grow overnight, like we said. And what did the Most High refer us to? His chosen people. Mustard seed. Though it's a smaller seed, it grows furthest in its branches, and you know, it shows strength. So a lot of demonized jakes, a lot of ignorant jakes, wicked jakes, they're the type that refuse to plant any seeds. Refuse to do the farming work, which is the husbandry. You know? Like if the so-called white man didn't have food, Jake wouldn't even go out and do his own. He'll be robbing and stealing instead of like a man, go out there, chop some wood, you know, cook some venison or whatever, go out there and survive and plant and be a farmer and all that, take care of his house, build him a house. How many men know how to build a house? Or even attempt to try, even if you don't know. The spirit will be on you to get and build that. Or plant, or become a husband, you know? Anyway, but the paradise has been set. Yahawashi said, in my Father's house there's many mansions, man. You know? We're not building a physical house, we're building a spiritual house. House that no one can see. This house is not made for every man. No? That's why the two-thirds are gonna miss it. Because they're carnal and they're looking for some gate gathering of a house or a building or an army. You know, even with Farrakhan, 1 million man march, I'm going to that. That's powerful. Most High don't deal in numbers in that manner, man. But I don't want to get away from the subject. It says, for you is the paradise open, tree of life is planted, the time to come is prepared, plenteousness is made ready, man. A city is built it, plenteousness. Where was that? What does that include also? Apostles talk about it. many women in the kingdom, man. You know, that's plentiness, because what? Hey, we got the gift that keeps on giving, and we plant that seed in the woman, and it keeps giving life. Just like any seed is planted. You know, like we always say, the so-called white man, he takes the seed out of the earth. You can't even find seeds in watermelon. You can't find seeds in the fruit. That's supposed to be your produce of your building of your house of plentiness, man. In the scriptures, Deuteronomy, it says, in our blessings, it says, your baskets and your stores shall be full. You shall have an abundance. We wouldn't run out of anything, man. Now food is scarce. I don't know if it's scarce or scarce. You know, no, all the trees are bare. It's heat, too hot in the land. Concrete jungle, concrete everywhere. Can't hardly breathe. Congested. That's not life. That's not a paradise. This couldn't be paradise, man. You know? Even when the Native Americans came over here and they said you could drink out of lakes, that still wasn't nothing close to paradise, man. That's why the Most High had to upset their comfort. This ain't your rest. Because that Micah 2:10, this is not your rest. It says, plentiness is made ready. A city is builded. I'm going to be that city up on the hill. Jerusalem. Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty? That men call peace? Not now. You go to the ghettos, you speeding through the ghetto because of what happens in the ghetto. It's a damn jungle, you know? Full of niggas that act like monkeys, man. Now I'm not saying that's the ghetto in the hole. That's why they say a diamond in the rough, because you can find men, great men in the ghettos and slums. Hell, we all came from, so to speak, ghettos and slums in some kind of way or the other. Apostles, elders on down. They're elders. We don't grow up in real pleasant places, man. But the Most High put our mind on a special place that's hidden from man's hearts, man. Hidden from man's vision, man. You know, that vision that I was talking about, it shall speak. We see it. They don't see it, man. We see the vision speaking. It's like we're looking in through an hourglass, man, or through a portal. You know, we could see the elites clearly, even though we don't physically see them. We could see them clearly through the spirit. We could point out things that we know they did. Operations, yeah, that's the elites right there. They did that. You know, we are strategic men of spiritual warfare, man. That's what it is. And we are fighting for a spiritual kingdom, fighting for our crown, man. Fighting, you know, what Yahawashi said, if my servants was of this kingdom, that they would fight. We're not fighting for this demon-ass, restless kingdom here, man. America is done. There's no saving this place. Nobody in it. It says, a city build it, and rest is allowed. See, there's no rest allowed here, man. You go to a park and you try to sit down, they're gonna be like, what you doing, man? What's going on? Try to read a book. Try to chill. I'm just chilling. Well, you know this is private property. Matter of fact, let me see your license, man. You should be working slaved out. You should be too tired to rest. You get what I'm saying? To be coming to a park, you should be on your hands and knees at the falling on your bed. Barely can walk. What are you doing out here enjoying the sun, having a nice day? You know? Most High let us know this is not our rest. Hell, he sent the so-called white man against us, man. That's another thing really Jake don't really know, man. They pretend they don't know their enemy, that's their enemy, man. It says, rest is allowed, yea, perfect goodness and wisdom, man. What did Most High start out with? making everything good, and it was good. He said it so, and it happened, and it was good. It was perfect. And not, we're going to get back to that perfection, man. We're being perfected. What? How? Through suffering, like the apostles always say, man. You know, because it's a lot. The anything that's beautiful, it takes a long time. Anything that's molded into beauty, such as gold, is refined over and over again. It's dipped back in that fire. You want to make a beautiful piece of artwork? Somebody gonna say this is special too. This is the best artwork I've done. How long it take you? Well, it took me about 2 years. Opposed to this other artwork, it took me like 2 months. But this artwork, I just took my time and I'm on it. Everything perfect, and it's perfect. And they put it in a glass case. They display it in a museum or whatever. This high value, this high price, no man can afford it. That's gonna be Jerusalem, man. You can't buy Jerusalem. You know? You can't buy the spirit. Who was that tried to buy the spirit? You know? No, you can't buy the spirit of God, the spirit of the Most High, not to be purchased with money, man. Any type of material, you know. It says, perfect goodness and wisdom. How was wisdom imperfect? Going back to Adam, when he hearkened to his wife. Because it says in the scriptures, he departed her not understanding, man. Where did wisdom come from? The Most High breathing the breath of life in him. He was wise enough to name all the beasts. Wise enough to consider to not eat from that knowledge of good and evil, but was pretty much lured in by his wife, Eve. But we're going back to that perfection, back to that ultimate top wisdom, man. You know? It says, the root of evil is sealed up from you. Yeah, the evilness is not going to be on us, it's going to be on these other nations when we get perfected, man. It talks about the love of money being the root of all evil, and it talks about the root of evil, man. You know? Starting with the spiritual demon Satan, counterpart Esau, so-called white man. We're going to be, because what they say, even the spirits are going to be subject to us. Man. We're going to be happy campers, man. You know, free from evil, wickedness, oppression, free from death, unrighteousness, free from illness. You know, free from wicked inventions and ideas, man, that come from man's mind. Weakness and the mouth is hid from you. No more weakness. Or in the mouth. What is that, man? We're going to be immortal. Because what did the scriptures say? Don't put your mind on things that are moth-bitten, man. Moth-eaten. Like these material things, man. Your own flesh even. Your own flesh and blood. You know? That's why it says in the scriptures, you know, he that hate not his father, mother, sister, brother, and his own self for my name's sake, because all those are carnal, living by carnal means, man. You know? And when you're trapped in carnal means, you're subject to carnality. You're subject to the inventions of man. You're subject to evilness, man. You know? Subject to so-called white man putting you in jail and all that. The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and moth is hidden from you. Yeah. We're not going to worry about no cops. We're not going to worry about no government. That's going to be put beneath us. There's not a strand of weakness. It says the least of them shall be like King David, man. You know? We're gonna have that real, raw, rod of iron rulership, man. We're gonna really be those superheroes. You know? Extraterrestrial. It says, sorrows, it says, and corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten, man. You know? It's gonna be death swallowed up. Yahawashi said death is swallowed up. Corruption is gonna be swallowed up. This corruption must put on incorruption. How? You know, first, the natural things, all these things we supposed to intake naturally, man. We supposed to eat well naturally. We supposed to follow the dietary law naturally. We supposed to, get up, and our physical being supposed to be naturally in good health. We supposed to be strong as hell naturally, man. But how much more the spirit? We are invincible and immortal in the spirit, man. But in our captivity, though, it's like night and day. Physical is supposed to represent the spirit, man. You see a man do something physically, you're supposed to be like, damn, he's getting close to having some kind of power, man. I always go back to Michael Jordan. He could fly. You're like, damn, he went from the free throw line. Add another free throw line, shit, he's in the game. He's basically flying. Look at them track stars, man. They look like superheroes, especially them Jamaicans and Benjamites. They whoop ass. They whoop ass on that track, man. They look like, you know. Then you be like, wow, that's greatness, but how much more the spirit, man? So things are changing around, man. Things are happening on earth, man. Sorrows are past. What did it say? Most High wipe every tear away. You know, this is a sorrowful land right here. What does that indicate also? That America's going to be destroyed because it causes sorrow. It says sorrow shall pass. This American is going to pass. How? By nuclear destruction, man. Fire. That's how Most High get rid of things. He did in the beginning. You know, consider the first death, which was the flood. You know, a destructive instrument for the good work of Yahweh. And the second is a fire, is another instrument for the good work of Yahweh. By Hashem Yahawashi. Because it destroys wickedness. It gets rid of old backwash, old wickedness, old sins. What does it say in the scriptures? Most High, we're going to remember our sins no more. We're not going to have a stain on our name in the kingdom. Even though we've done wickedness up on this earth, we might have committed adultery, might have stolen before, some might have, hurt, injured somebody drastically, and they turn their hearts back to the Most High. Guess what? Their sins are not going to be mentioned. It's going to be a new world and a new paradise, man, so to speak. Dealing with the same people. That's that newness to wipe away all that garbage that we grew up in. This is fucking garbage that we learned, man. Most High know that. Truth has been, so to speak, tainted. Your mind has been tainted by the serpent. That's why it was told to Adam, about Adam. It says, unless he take the tree of life, meaning he's granted to eat of it. You know, a lot of women say, they go back to that, well, Adam ate the apple, and they put that blame on men. No. Most High made a way for Adam. He gave Adam a lot to fulfill, to go back to righteousness. Hey, Yahawashi, the second Adam, quickened in spirit, filled that lot. We're fulfilling that lot of the old prophets that's coming back. Relating to 2 Corinthians that says the spirit of prophets is subject unto the prophets, man. You know? It says, corruption has fled into hell to be forgotten. Meaning your sins are going to be forgotten, man. Ain't no heathen going to be able to be saying, oh, on earth you did this. Nah, man. All that, we new creatures. That's why we got to have new bodies. That's why I said renew your mind. The representation of a new kingdom coming in. We ain't even in our right, we're not even on our right level. We're supposed to really become immortal to where that old man wasn't even us. It was some kind of demon or a shadow of a wicked past following us, man. Breaking away from that. It says, and therefore, sorrows are past, and in the end it showed the treasure of immortality, man. That's the treasure for you, man. Immortality. Because this shit that's going to go down, Jacob's trouble, concentration camps they got, the prisons, private prisons they got. I mean, these private prisons are owned by devilish, wicked, no remorse, caveman thinking Edomites, man. Hell, even some of these heathens, other heathens, man. You're going to wish you had spiritual powers. You're going to wish upon immortality. You're going to be praying to somebody because the flesh gets bothered easily, man. You can see it all the time with Jake. He get put in handcuffs. He's crying out. Or he get put in prison, away from his family. He loses his wife and children. His life is done, man. You spend more than 2 years in jail, you pretty much, you know, even less now. Women usually wait for you until you get out of jail a little bit, you know. They usually have some kind of consideration. Now it's like, this nigga did it. He deserved to be in it. I never liked the nigga anyway. Where's the power for Jake, man? Where's his authority at in this land? You know? The only way now is up. The only way now is immortality, man. You know? Because Jake tried all else. He tried it, man. He tried to hold guns, bear arms. He tried to sign certificates and agreements and contracts. He tried to shake the so-called white man's hand. He tried to so-called accept an African in the house that didn't give a damn about him. Obama didn't raise no kind of hell for all the years of the atrocity and error done to the Negroes, man. And hey, Latino, Native American, you might as well put them in there because they go together. Nothing. He's hooked up and linked and related to the elites, man. Where's immortality, man? Where's immortality? Well, the scriptures say righteousness is immortal. Immortality. So, where did Yahawashi say the kingdom within you? It's not in some building. It's not on some hill. It's not going to a millionaire man march. It's not meeting the president. It's not getting into these prestige colleges. It's not winning a lottery ticket. It's not being rich. You be rich in this land, what do you got to worry about? Men taking your money. You got to worry about the dollar bill being obsolete. The banking of that money closing on you. Where now you look like a drug dealer. Where you get all this money at? I won the lottery. Where's your ticket, son? Where's your proof? Everything's closed. Everything's shut down. Hey, money is no value at all when everything's shut down, because something is put into play for the operation of currency flowing, and if that's broken down, what you gonna exchange for? Nobody could buy anything. You know? If I give you $100, where you gonna spend it? You know? People gonna be like, I don't need $100. I need water, man. I don't need $100. I need tissue. I need to see my son. I need to see my daughter. I need to find my relatives. Fuck that $100, man. See what life has become on this earth? Paradise has become on this earth corrupt. People set their treasures on earth. Look what happens. That's what it says in Scripture. Don't set your treasures on earth where men are able to break in. You know? Let's see what they say. They might be some agents or cops or something. No? Hey, how you doing, man?
I see you on YouTube.
Oh, how you doing, man? You Rahab or something? You Rabah? Oh, okay.
I just discovered you on YouTube. I've been watching you for like 2 weeks.
Oh,
I've seen
okay.
you with some other camps as well.
Oh,
Just came
okay.
down here to just-
Yeah. Did you leave a comment on my YouTube?
I saw that comment. That was
Oh, okay.
I left a like.
Oh, okay, all right. All right, man. Good to see you, man. What's your name? Who?
Nico.
Okay. Nico.
Yeah.
Okay. What does that mean, man? It's from Nicholas or something? All right, man. Yeah, I'm just going into the Apocrypha, man. You know? Good you showed up, man. So yeah, I'll go over that again a little bit. 2nd Esdras 6:50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. This is a prideful land, man. You know, the banners fly of American flag, they bomb people, they put sanctions on people, they talk mess. They put anybody in office like Trump, he's a goofball. You know, they put actors, they don't care, they make parodies out of it. They're very prideful people, man. You know, all their names is on the billboards and lands and stuff that they murdered the Native Americans on. Same soil. That's pride, man. And Jacob, he kind of follows that same pride, the 2/3 of Jacob. It kind of influences Jacob to be prideful too. You know, what does it say in the scriptures? Envy not your oppressor. You know?
The king's heart is basically the king that's ruling over everybody. It's the same thing reflected.
Yeah, exactly. The king has much influence. It even says that in the Apocrypha, when the king says something that has a command, they follow. Hey, who's supposed to be our king, you know? Well, King David, but in spirit, you know, we supposed to follow the Most High's commandments through his son Yahawashi. But do Jake follow that? Nah, he followed the king's commandments. What was said in the scriptures about the men that refused to follow the king's commandment, man? You know, the Maccabees' sons and all. You know, and this same setup, man. You know, they do with great pride. But understand that thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. It's lucky. For unto you is paradise open. We have a chance out of here, man, out of this matrix. We got to get a concept of true paradise. It's in this book. Got to follow dietary laws, high holy days. Got to gather with spiritual men. You know, that's building your so to speak, your remembrance and your participation of righteousness on this earth through the Spirit Yahawashi for a paradise that's prepared for you, man. You know? It says it's open and tree of life is planted just like it was given to Adam. It says here's a tree of life. If he take upon the tree of life, then he shall live. Because what got us in this turmoil in the first place? Not a tree of knowledge of good and evil through this woman that we listened to, through Eve. You know, and the Most High made a way for us. He preserved 7,000 men that wouldn't bow. In every kingdom there's a way out. Even in this hard oppression and the wicked conversations of this land, we could talk to righteous brethren, man, that care about your soul. Somewhere on earth, and Jake don't know how dark it is in this land, man. It's real dark, man. He's gonna find out the hard way. So-called white man don't love you. You're a currency, you're a business for him. You're a commodity. You're sort of value to him, man. But He don't care about value no more. He's a corrupt man, so what he gonna do? Kill? He gonna murder Jake. We don't care about you. We got robots, nigga. You know? Hey, them robots, they do a million things almost. They set up all those food spots for McDonald's and all the candy shops. Them machines make that, man.
It makes your mind worse too. It basically causes your mind to basically become a degenerate.
Become a degenerate, mush brain, potato couch they call it. You just sit on TV, let it talk for you, let it think for you. Computers, you can't remember no more. You know, can't remember important numbers and shit. Can't remember things you did with people that was important. Yeah, I don't remember if I was with you or not. What? We had the best of times, man. We was like that was the one of our highest nights. You don't remember that? Smoking weed make you fill your mind with poison and smoke.
And that dumps you down too. It weakens your mind, your immune system.
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything.
Weak.
Yeah. And the food, the GMO food, don't have no value in it. Don't have no nutrition in it no more. Babies don't get breastfed no more. See, Jake laugh about that shit, but he'll have an ailment regarding that matter that because he wasn't breastfed and shit. You know, walking around with a limp, one foot, leg shorter than the other. Anyway, it says, Paradise Open, Tree of Life Planet, the time to come is prepared. Will Yahawashi said, I prepared a kingdom for you in the heavens. You know, because Jake, he loves this place, man. He loves the earth. Of course, you're supposed to love the earth, what Most High made for you. Take care of it, be farmers. But you're supposed to think like the Most High, man. Humbly, though. Like, man, we got, hey, man, when people come outside, they look into the sky, man, and think. When they want to get away, they go to an open field, man. They don't go to some kind of club. If they really want peace, they go to an open field, man. That's all it takes. That truck says saints in action. They're not the real saints, man. You know? They're not the real saints. Yeah, man. All right, it says, a tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared. Plentiness is made ready. A city is builded, man. And rest is allowed, man. Like I was saying, ain't no rest here, man. This is not your rest, Micah 2:10. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom. There's no wisdom and perfect goodness here, man. It's all corrupt, you know. It says, the root of evil is sealed up from you. Like we said, the evil is not going to be on us no more, man. We kill our brethren. Worrying about it, steal a Jacob's thing low, too. I'm going to steal that woman's purse. They'll give you 5 years and there ain't nothing in that woman's purse. No money. They don't carry money no more. What you going to find in there? Edomites don't be wearing diamonds and jewels like Jake and shit. You know? And Jake, he can't even afford shit like that no more, man. He worried about just having clothes up on his back, man. Fuck name brand and shit. Do you have any clothes at all? You know? Because it said, what? With food and raiment be thou content, man. It says, root of evil sealed up from you. Weakness and moth is hid from you. Jake is in a weak state. He need immortality. He need a spiritual CPR, man. What did it say about it in Revelation that dead bodies lie up on the streets? They don't got no breath of life in them, man. Can these bones live dried up?
Spiritually dead.
Yeah, spiritually dead. Jake, everybody should have transportation to get to places where it's hot as hell out here. And Jake got to walk and shit, man. Barely can get from point A to point B. He might pass out. Who gonna pick him up? Men that claim that they saints in charge with their ambulance and take him to the damn hospital to die, man. They don't give a damn about Jake. Just another nigga in the way.
I got scripture. I give Romans chapter 8 and verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death.
To be carnally minded is death, man.
But
And,
to be
go ahead.
But to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
The spiritually minded is life and peace, man. Hey, through these scriptures, man, we done escaped a lot of this BS in life, man. Escaped the black woman that haunts us, man. You know, that puts you in court, man. You know, if you're a decent man and wise man, you're going to escape a lot of nets. You might have trials and tribulation, but a lot of BS nets, you're going to escape, man.
They don't like righteousness.
Yeah, they don't like righteousness. The devil flee. It says, rebuke the devil, he shall flee from thee, man. You know? Wicked man flee when no man, right? The wicked flee when no man pursueth, man. You know, they'll leave you alone. Oh, you about God? All right, man, I'll catch up with you later. They'll leave you alone. Your woman will leave you alone. You want to get rid of that woman? Yeah, I'm reading the Bible from now on. But we need a divorce. Oh, great. That's it. I'm free. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High.
Enmity with the Most High, man. That's plain. Go ahead.
For it is not subject to the law of the Most High.
It is not subject to the law of the Most High. That lets you know the law is still in effect, man.
Yep. Neither indeed can be.
Neither indeed can be. You can't even make it subject, man. It's that carnal will, man. You know?
Verse 8. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High.
Cannot please the Most High. Yeah, and it even says about you should be troubled in the flesh when you get with these women, man. So flesh is troubling, man, and the flesh is always bothered, man. Damn, I'm in jail. Damn, I had to walk. Damn, I had to catch the bus. I don't want to do all that shit. Fuck it, I'm gonna rob somebody. Hey, just take it easy, man. Go back to your spiritual senses. Figure it out, man. Go ahead.
Verse 9. But ye are not in the flesh.
We are not in the flesh.
But in spirit.
But in spirit. See, they you know, they look at us and say, oh, man, yeah, y'all just here. No, we ain't here really, man.
Like we're not about anything, like we're nothing.
Yeah.
Just because we, you know, the way we dress, the way we
Yeah,
look,
exactly. We on the same soil.
not of high status.
Yeah.
They look at us, you know, very low.
Yeah. They think we're supposed to have some diamond rings and live in king palaces, man. It says even spiders is in king's palaces, man. They ain't nothing to the Most High. He could put, hey, the spiders chilling back enjoying the king palace with him. So how much more the sons of God, man? Go ahead.
It says, but in the spirit, if so be that the spirit of the Most High dwells in you.
The spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you, man. Yahawashi said the kingdom is within you.
It says, now if any man have not the spirit of the Mashiach, he is none of his.
He is none of his, man.
It says, and if Mashiach be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the spirit is life because of righteousness.
Yeah, that's what Paul was talking about. It's no longer that me that doeth, it's sin that dwelleth in me. And this is a fight. You got to win that fight, man. Every day. You're fighting with yourself. You're your worst enemy. Of course, Esau is the enemy of all, but you got to deal with yourself in a way first. Then when you get yourself right, then you can deal with Esau. Other matters. Yeah. Get yourself out the way. Go ahead.
It says, and if Mashiach be in you, the body is dead because of sin.
Yep.
But the spirit is life because of righteousness.
Yep.
But if the spirit of him that raised up Yahawashi from the dead dwell in you,
Yep.
he that raised up Mashiach from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies.
Yeah, what we read earlier, your mortality must put on immortality, man. So it's going, this spirit that Yahawashi has given us, it's going to quicken your mortal body, man. You know? Hey, it's brothers with ailments and ailments and still be out here, man, because that's the spirit, man. Spirit don't worry about all that shit, you know? Go ahead.
It says, he that raised up Mashiach from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwelleth in you. Therefore, brethren, we are debtors, not to the flesh, to live after the flesh.
Yep.
For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die.
You shall die, man. That's what happened to Adam. Go ahead.
But if ye through the spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live.
You shall live, man.
Which is the patience to suffer.
Suffering, yeah.
You gotta sacrifice, you gotta get rid of those desires.
Exactly.
Lustful desires.
Yeah, because that scripture that says there's a spirit in man, and Most High, the inspiration came from the Almighty. There's a spirit in man, even in these wicked niggas, man. You mentioned some pussy on the other side of town. They up. They might be sick. Oh well, I'm all right now. That was that wicked spirit coming up in them. How much more righteous man? You know? Oh man, you gotta go out there. Okay, I'm up. No questions, man. Jake has been what you call it, lured into carnal, low-based lifestyle, man.
Yeah, base state of mind.
Base state
Just
of mind.
like Esau.
Yeah, just like Esau, man. Sold his birthright for a morsel of meat, man.
Yeah, like the king, so is the people.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yep. Is that it on that? Because we're gonna get back to it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Read that last scripture again.
All right, verse 13. For if ye live after the flesh,
You live after the flesh,
ye shall die.
you shall die.
But if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body,
Yeah.
ye shall live.
You shall live. It's simple. And it said, it talks about in Deuteronomy the curses and the blessings. And you do all these things, you shall be blessed. You know, living was a blessing. Now it's a curse. Job said, hey, why did I not die from the womb, man? As soon as my mother came out of my mother's womb, why not I die? That's a horrible concept of life. You're supposed to be willing to, hey, I can't wait to come out of the womb to get, you know, enjoy it. And then you grow up and you say, wait, where's the fruits of the land, man? Where's the righteous man to shake your hand and welcome you into his paradise? It ain't none, man. It's hell now, man. But there's a spirit within man. There's a paradise within man. It said, in you dwelleth the spirit, man. You don't have to go looking for, you know, hop on a boat or take a plane and you can't get there and say, well, I can get the spirit, man. The spirit is what it says, like the wind. You know? And Most High say he searched Jerusalem like candles, man. That's how the spirit does it. Hey, you doing right? Look at what he did with Job. This is my son. He's upright man. He escheweth evil. Oh, Satan is like, oh, let me try him, man. All right, so going back, 2nd Esdras 6 and 55, it says, and therefore ask thou no more questions concerning, well, let's go to 54 again. Sorrows are past, and in the end it showed the treasures of immortality, man. Like we said, the treasures on earth, it can't get you nowhere, man. They sure can't buy you nothing now, man. You know, the money's about to come out. So even Spike Lee made that commercial. I'm gonna do a video about it. He talking about, leave that old money alone. It's about digital currency, man. You know, and that's, man. Esau, you ain't gonna be able to pull that off, man. Digital currency, digital life. Come on, robots. Come on, man. Where they gonna get the nutrients? Where they gonna rejuvenate and recycle the nutrients, man? That's why they got things called recycling on Earth. Put it back into the earth. What did it say about those that died? It said from the dust that came, dust that I go to replenish the earth again. You know, go ahead. Go ahead.
So Matthew chapter 6, verse 20. But lay up yourselves treasures in heaven.
Treasures in heaven, man.
Where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt.
See?
And where thieves do not break through nor steal.
Yeah, because, hey, you can put locks on your door. You could bolt that shit down. They got all kind of instruments to blow that shit open, man. Or dig into the earth. They said it's gonna dig into the earth. They'll find you, man. You know? They digging up mummy tombs to get that old gold back. Go ahead.
Verse 21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Yeah, there where your mind is also. Our treasure in heaven, our mind is in heaven, man. Our mind is on heavenly conversation, heavenly thoughts, heavenly principles, rules and guidelines, man. We're not thinking base. We don't eat the pork because it's a base creature, man. You know, they say you are what you eat. Consumption is everything, man. You can consume with your eyes, man, and consume the lust of the air, man, and be consumed by it. Go ahead.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Back to 54, treasure of immortality, 55, and there ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. Don't even worry about them that perish, man. You know? Man, the spirit is in high intact. It don't look at flesh like we do, man. It knows about immortality. It knows that we're going to live after this again. Only the flesh is tricked by those things, man. You know, it's flesh see somebody burning. Oh, that's hell. You know, I don't want to die. I don't know where we going. You know, spirit be like, hey man, we're gonna be renewed, man. It's gonna be a kingdom. What did it say? I think Paul said it. You know, it's expedient for me to be here, but I'd rather be in the spirit world, man. You know, where men rest, no weariness, be at peace. They say rest in peace for a reason. Go ahead.
So I got Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other.
That's plain. That's hate. It ain't sugarcoated or nothing. He hate the one and love the other, man. Who we hate? The devil, wicked Esau. Who we love? The Most High, Son Yahawashi, our brethren. You know, any form of righteousness that comes from the Most High, we love. Conversation, holy conversation, high holy days, we love. Go ahead.
Or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve the Most High and Mammon.
Yeah, Adam learned that. Yeah, you can't hearken to this woman because she's listening to the devil. You can't go inside those churches and listen to those preachers if they're not telling you anything right. You know, they're telling you to listen to the woman, telling you to celebrate Christmas, Halloween. You know, they're telling you to worship a different master. And what do they say? Hey, and they love it. They love the devil, man. That spirit know, hey. But then they try to run it. See, our people are, you know, they play the fence with the Most High, so to speak. When things happen to them, they know who they supposed to follow. When things happen to them, who they call out. Oh God, I'll never do it again. I'll quit drinking if you keep me living. Because they know he's the power to live, and they spirit know. Like Most High designed the spirit in Jake's DNA with a special type of operation. To know your God, to be conscious of a God that higher than you. Esau don't give a damn. These nations don't give a damn. All their gods are idols. What are you talking about? Allah. Allah just means power. What kind of power are you talking about? It could be power of death, power of wicked power on earth. Is that it on that?
Got one more.
And we'll get back.
Verse 25. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink.
Why? Because Most High put the spirit on you to know. Angels are pointed out to you, man. You know? And you can't operate with the belief of this world because Esau control it. You're going to end up in a female concentration because that's where he's going to point you at. He ain't going to mention God. He ain't going to say, well, you know what? Pray, son, first. You know, did you pray to your God? He ain't going to say that. He's going to be like, well, I got a concentration. I got a nice FEMA camp for you. We got sandwiches there. But he's chopping your head off, you know? Feeding you poison. Go ahead. We don't know what happened in the Superdome at Katrina, man. Go ahead.
It says, nor yet for your body what ye shall put on.
What you shall put on, man. What did it say? What did it say? Paraphrasing, the sparrows are accounted for. They don't even have to search. They find their food, man. Yeah. The Most High.
Find their food or worry about finding food.
Yep.
Lord feeds them.
Yeah.
How much more for us?
Exactly. The Most High clothed the grass, the lilies and all that. You know, things are. How much? Come on, man. You gonna be taken care of by the elect is gonna be taken care of by the Most High. Go ahead.
It says, is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment?
Yeah. Life more than meat, because hey, we'll say life more than meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and more than raiment. You know, hey, sometimes you gotta fast and get away from meat just to feel better about yourself, get yourself back in place in the spirit. So meat and clothing and everything, that's nothing to the Most High. You know, you can find a piece of bread on the street if you go to the right places. And it'll be a lunch box with the best kind of food preserved just for you somehow. You know, waiting for you. You thought the food, like, hey, here's a fucking lunch box right here, man.
Like back when they were in the wilderness, Most High brought down food for them.
Yeah. Spiritual man. Yeah, man. That happens, man. You know, was that it?
I got one.
All right.
All right, verse 26. Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow
Oh,
not,
there you go.
neither do they reap.
Now that they reap, they just, you know, they just in the operation of being a fowl in the air. They don't think about, man, I gotta pay this net bill to build my nest and shit, this nest bill. You know, I don't know where I'm gonna stay. They just go to a tree and build it in a nest.
Right.
Build a nest in the trees, man. Go ahead.
All right. Nor gather into barns.
Yeah, they don't got into barns like, hey, it's free, it's a free. They go anywhere, man. Go ahead.
All right. Yet your heavenly Father feedeth them.
Yeah.
Are ye not much more better than they?
We not much more better than they. Hey, what was in the beginning? Most High gave dominion with Adam over the fish of the sea and the fowls of the air, man. He was a son of God, it says. We're sons of God. You don't think the Most High is going to take care of us, man? And somehow, you know, I see a lot of them Jake struggling and all that. And I'll be like, and they be struggling for like 2 or 3 years. I'm talking about bummed out. I'm not talking about just going, I'm talking about just, complaining and woe is me. But they maintaining life somehow. Still alive, still eating. Where you getting that shit from, man? You know? Go ahead. They don't even know. Like, if you can maintain that life, you could do better, man. Go ahead.
All right, verse 28. And why take ye thought for raiment?
Yeah.
Consider the lilies of the field.
Consider the lilies of the field, man. Like, go ahead.
How they grow.
How they grow.
They toil not, neither do they spin.
Yep.
And yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory.
Meaning toil, they don't work, they don't do nothing. They just there. Go ahead.
That even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these.
Yep.
Wherefore, if the Most High so clothes the grass of the field,
Yep.
which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven,
Yeah.
shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith?
Yeah, man. Because what did Solomon say? All this stuff is vanity, man. You know? And all this stuff is going to be burnt up in America. How much can you enjoy of it, man? You know, you might have your favorite outfits lined up. And then you ain't going to be able to take them. You might have to be a pilgrim and just leave that shit behind. And a lot of people get caught up with their physical, their desires, man. Oh, I can't leave without my favorite, you know? I can't leave without Uncle's ashes. Like, he's in the spirit world, man.
Their clothes, their car, their money.
Yeah.
They leave.
Money, bury me with my money. For what? You ain't gonna be up there in the heavens talking with a big bundle of money and shit.
Their mind is in the world.
Yeah.
Not focused on the kingdom to come.
Yeah.
Most High. Just the flesh of things.
Yeah.
Us.
God. Go ahead.
Verse 31. Therefore, take no thought, saying, What shall we eat,
In any matter.
or what shall we drink,
What shall we drink in any matter, man?
or wherewithal shall we be clothed?
Yep. Hey, and that deals with mental, spiritual too, man. Like, you go to court, how can I be clothed? You feel ashamed when you're in court, man. You feel naked because you don't know no knowledge in there. You don't got, you know, they got codes that they go by. You're like, damn, I feel like I'm a criminal in here. You don't even done nothing wrong and you feel like a criminal. The Most High gonna clothe you to know what to say. It says, I'll give you a mouth to know what to speak in that day, man. What no man can gainsay. Go ahead.
For after all these things do the Gentiles seek.
Yep.
For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these
He
things.
already know, man. You know, he might have some set up for you that, like brothers always say, it. They get money. They be like, damn, I got a lot of money, and it's just for a problem that you're gonna have to solve, a situation or a bill you might have to pay. And go ahead and take care of that, man. That's what that was for. You try to hold on and then not pay your bill and go to jail, and you just messed up.
Pray about it.
Exactly. This is not for our enjoyment, America. This is for to take care of business, man. You know, this is our debt that we paying off with the Most High. Hey, man, I'll do what I have to do, Most High, to please you. You know, go ahead and believe in your name.
Verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High
Kingdom of the Most High
and his righteousness,
and His righteousness, man.
and all things shall be added unto you.
There you go. You know?
Verse 34, take therefore no thought for the morrow,
Yep.
for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself.
Yeah, man. You got Jake planning like 10-year plans or 5-year plans. I don't know, my baby, he gonna be in college in 5 years. He 15 years old and all that. When he grow up, he gonna be a great. You know, that might not even happen, and it's not gonna happen in this life because this life is ending fast. Jake don't like to hear that, man. But tomorrow, let it take care of itself. Because you're stressed. You ever just have something on your mind and you just, why am I worried about it? Like people worry about going to work the next day. Hope I don't be late. Hope my car don't break down. He said if I be late one more day, that's it. Nah. You gotta talk to him and say, hey man, you know, damn traffic and all that, man. I'm on time. I'm intending to be on time. It was a traffic stop. He can either let you go or not, but you still got to believe in the Most High, man. Go ahead. That can't be your what do you call it? Be all and end all, man. Go ahead.
For the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself.
Yep.
Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. Can't worry about tomorrow, man. You know. That's why in the scriptures and a lot of prophets in the ancient world, a lot of men was talking about when is the time and how is it, you know, what day and what hour and is it now or is it like, don't even worry about that, man, because it's gonna happen quick, man, and it's gonna feel good, you know. You ever worry about the clock? When you watch the clock at work, it goes slow as hell, but if you just keep on working, boom, and then your boss say, you know what, take off for the day. You got 2 hours left. You thought you was gonna work the whole day. You know what, take off. Like shit, if I would have worried about that time, it would have felt like another couple of hours, like I did that whole 8 hours. Like that. So time of Esau is really bugging people out, man. The hell with that, man. We on Most High's time. Go ahead. That's it.
Yeah.
Back in 55, second Esdras 8:55, and therefore thou no more question concerning the multitude of them that perish. Don't even worry about that. We'll say don't even worry about how the wicked shall be punished, but how the righteous shall be saved. You know, like damn, Esau, you know, Esau doing what the Most High want him to do right now, being the wicked. I know the flesh, you know, it cries out. You know, we go through those trials and everything, but the ultimate thing is to keep your mind on the spirit. But when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, thou scorn of his law, and forsook his ways, man. That's bad, man. Like we said, and Jacob's doing the same thing on the 2/3 side of the road. You know, he's taking advantage of the Most High's laws, and then cry out when something happens. You know, cry out. You know, Jake, when he used to sell drugs, some of them still do, unfortunately, but what do he do? He cry out to his woman that say go to church. Then he end up listening to the preacher and get bugged out more than he was when he was on the street. That's a house full of witches, man. Heartless houses. You know, because he say I need saving, man, somehow. No, you gotta follow the law, quit doing wicked, quit selling drugs, get a 9 to 5. So what? Save your money, be smart, be wise about your money. But now it's the end of the world, so Jake really ain't got that much time. Go ahead.
It's Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. Says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Yeah.
But at the end, it shall speak.
Yeah, it ain't talking about no vain vision that he's Jake talking about. Yeah, man, like Martin Luther King, I had a dream and shit.
And not lie.
Not lie, it shall not lie. The vision is now speaking.
Though it tarry, wait for it.
Though it tarry, wait for it.
Because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
Yeah.
Behold, the soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Yeah, Esau's soul is not right up in him, man.
But the just shall live by his faith.
We gotta live by faith, man. Not carnal means, man. Not eating a chicken bone when it's weighed in our face. And I know Esau uses that to an advantage because he's a carnal man. He'll throw you in a prison cell and say, hey, you ain't gonna eat it. You know, I got 3 meals a day for you. But Most High willing, we will get to have spiritual powers over him, man, that's gonna be the day, man. Cause he ain't gonna be able to do shit, and he's gonna be scared as shit, shitting and vomiting on himself, pissing on himself at the same time, man. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine,
Yep.
he is a proud man,
Proud man.
neither keepeth at home.
He don't keep at home. He goes everywhere. He's a vagabond. He's the original vagabond. He keeps not at home, man. What is his home? He's supposed to be in the caves. You know, America is not even his home, but Most High say, hey, you want to try to make that a paradise? Go ahead and try, Esau. Look at it. It's a dump. It ain't even, you can't even drink water no more in this place, man.
That's why he got his military bases set up in all
Yeah.
the other countries too.
Yep.
You can't stay
Exactly.
in one spot.
And that's why he's trying to go into space. He's trying to escape this world, man. Most High, what did he say? He shall go up and I shall bring him down. He shall ascend into heaven and I shall bring him down. Go ahead.
It says, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death,
That's death, man. Everywhere he go.
and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations.
He gather, hey, Esau, he ain't independent at all. He got these nations in cahoots with him, and he's scared that dark people is gonna take over the world. And he's scared of Jake mainly because we're the leadership of the dark nations. You know, the Arabs and the Chinese, they either follow Jake or Esau, man. And they own Esau's tail right now. They own cahoots with Esau. Go ahead.
It says, but gathereth unto him all nations,
Yep.
and heapeth unto him all people.
Yep.
It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him?
What did it say? Misery love company. This is a miserable place. He loves the company. He wants to be involved. He wants to, hey, we could do this. Wants to be involved with the heathen. He's the outcast, really. He knows that. If you a man and you can't go outside and enjoy the sun without suntan lotion, something wrong. You an outcast to the earth. You know?
Yeah, he don't even like himself.
Yeah, he don't like
put
himself.
That,
Yeah.
he put that imprint on us that that the skin that they have and their attributes or whatever is a beautiful thing, but it's not.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually opposite.
Exactly.
Because he knows the truth.
He knows the truth.
So he creates the lies.
Yeah.
To cover up that truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's what did it say? He's valid in earth. Earth don't like him. You know, the animals he had to put in order by guns and whipping them and all that. We did it through spiritual powers, man. Go ahead.
It says,
It said when we get in the kingdom, our children are gonna be safe. So not even get bit by the serpent, man.
Yeah, we won't have to lock our doors. or
Exactly.
anything like
We ain't
that.
gonna have to lock our doors, man.
Or thieves breaking
Yep,
in.
these breaking in. Esau got to worry about that. You see, you got a gated community. And Secret Service is guarding gates with physical guns. If we see Esau, we zapping his ass. Spiritual powers, man. Go ahead.
woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Well, America wasn't his. This life isn't his. The commandments is not his. He increased with using this Bible, man. Made everybody think he's a Christian. Played the role of the Jews, which he has not. Put against everybody's sympathy, and said, "Hey, man, we went through hard times. We need your money. We need donations. We need liberties and freedoms of your money and your whatever you got saved up, man." He took them over the Native Americans, pushed them out, made them walk, made them die, and increased in this land. Increasing the riches from free labor of the slaves. Increased in his riches, man. He took this Bible as the book of the land and said, "Hey, this is what we shall do," and collected taxes from everybody, and put churches up and collected tithes. Now he want a double portion of tithes. Now he got an ATM in there. You know, like he's bugged out, man. He's increasing, and then now he's so prideful and increasing. He's trying to bring out his new world order, which is with digital currency. That's how proudful he is. Much he can create. We don't even need money. We on a higher level. Most High gonna bring him down. Go ahead.
It says, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Yep.
How long? and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Yeah, that's debt, man.
So shall they not rise up suddenly,
Yep.
that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them.
Yeah.
Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
Yeah, they going, man. America got a target sign on its back, man. On her back. All these nations are gonna be, hey, America, China, and Iran talking shit, man. Hey, when we get in our kingdom, these nations ain't gonna be talking about the next superpower, man. China is talking hell of shit about being the next superpower, highly advanced in technology and shit.
We gonna rule forever.
We're gonna rule forever, man.
Nobody else is gonna rule like
Nah.
We gonna be it.
Yeah. Unending kingdom, man. Cosmos, man. We're gonna be the world that everybody wants to be and the world that everybody can't be, man. You know, go ahead.
It says, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land of the city.
Yeah, what they do? They murder. Anywhere he was, what did Yahawashi say? He was a murder from the beginning. Cain slew his brother Abel. Murdering the earth because of him. Hey, they'll bomb every country and people be cool with it. And then they'll back up and say, you know what? We can make it better for you. Hey, we're trying to be Christians, man. Come on. Like, we're trying, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to, weed out the radicals of your land, but they do inside jobs to make those people radical against them own selves. And then say, well, we got to bomb your people.
Then set up like a puppet.
Yeah, it's a puppet government, you know? Go ahead. Yep.
All right, it says, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land and of the city and of all that dwell therein.
And mainly the violence of Jacob, against Jacob. Go ahead.
Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness.
Yeah, he's doing evil covenants, man.
To his house, that he may set his nest on high.
Yeah, what are they trying to do? Go up into space and live in space. And and they gonna do wicked. They'll do wicked up there, man. Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
But he tried to set his nest above the stars.
Yeah.
You know, like it tells you, I believe it was, no, he said it set his nest above the stars.
Yeah, it was in Obadiah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what he wants to do.
Yep. That's what he wants to do. And he has done it in a certain way. Most High let him get a little bit of pride of his bullshit. Go ahead.
It says, verse 9, woe to him that coveteth his house,
Yep.
that he may set his nest on high,
Yep.
that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
Hey, he wants to escape the earth because he knows this America's gonna be destroyed. He wants to escape evil when he's committing evil, man. He's the one that's pushing evil out there, committing adultery, idolatry, what else to say? Covetousness, murder, rape, robbery, you already know. He said that's what the land is filled with, man. He say the prey departed not, man. Go ahead.
Thou hast consulted shame to thy house
Yep.
by cutting off many people.
Yeah, man. And what did it say about Esau? His house is going to be cut off. He's going to be ashamed. It said that uncover thy uncover thy thigh, thou harlot. This is a place. This is a harlot, man. That's why everything in here got to do with business, man. If you got no money, you got no business being here, man. You know? The harlot houses are the churches, man.
The great luxury whore that stands on the edge of the water with the camel in her hand. Revelation chapter 17. America's that whore.
Exactly.
The Statue of Liberty represents that harlot.
Yeah.
She's that whore.
Yeah. And represent vain liberty, man. Go ahead. Yep.
Verse 10, thou hast consulted shame to thy house
Yep.
by cutting off many people,
Yep.
and hast sinned against thy soul.
Yep.
For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall enter it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
How did they build this land? Blood of slaves, Negroes, Latino Native Americans, man. Negroes the worst though, man.
What chapter is that? Repeat that again.
It's Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 12.
Habakkuk.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse
And
12.
woe means destruction to him that build a town with blood. Go ahead.
And establish a city with iniquity.
He established a city with iniquity, man. How did he get this place? Bogus contracts, lies, like we said, rape, robbery. You know, it's also, you could get that other one. It also says it's a place filled with robbery and lies. It's full of robbery and lies. The prey departed not. Yeah, they built this off lies and off of robbery and rape. Hey, they got this book and said it was written by them. Are they doing by this book? They doing the opposite of this book, man.
Setting up the churches.
Exactly. I always go back to the reference of that scripture that says, Hebrew, when you have a slave, you shall not exceed him 40 lashes, man. Did they abide by that? No. They had I forget his name, but they had a slave, he was beaten with 100+ lashes, man. Tell me, are they the people of this book, man? Do they follow anywhere close to this book? They didn't even say, wait a minute, hold on, man, that's too much.
One part of the scripture called them the synagogue of Satan.
They are. The house of Satan. House of Shaitan means adversary, man. That's who they are. And our people don't want to recognize that. They're going to wake up the wrong way.
You belong to the Hebrew brothers down the street?
We teach the same thing, but they...
Y'all different.
Yeah, they're different. I'm with GMS, yeah. You know?
I was curious because y'all was in front of this building.
Yeah.
I grew up in this building.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little bit older.
Okay.
So I was in the Nation. This used to be the Nation's building.
Oh, yeah.
Before they turned it into Sunnis Islam, this was the Nation Islam building right here.
Yeah, everybody think, you know, I'm speaking about Muslim stuff.
No. They paths cross.
Yeah.
They should be conflicting paths. I know that the minister some years back, he did a real good piece deal with the brothers that was in Hebrew. He said we really on the same page.
Yeah.
We might have differences here and there, but the brothers is on the same page.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, all our people got, you know, some kind of consciousness of being a nation and, you know, wanting to work together, but we have to keep that straight, narrow path, you know, until we out of here, and then we all be one again, you know.
So you not up under like Yahweh ben Yahweh,
No.
neither him neither.
No.
Because they say they not up under Yahweh ben Yahweh.
Yeah.
So totally different.
Totally different, man. We're basically under Yahawashi. We have our apostles are great millstone.
Y'all got a synagogue down here?
No, we just teach on the street.
Okay.
You know, it says the Most High dwell in our temples made with hands. So we are the building, so to speak.
So we got a way I can contact y'all?
Yeah, go to Great Millstone Apostles on YouTube, and all the other videos will pop up. Then we'll get back to Esdras, man. Go ahead. Okay. So read that last if you could.
Verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity.
Yeah, this is a city. This city, that's why you could be a citizen of America. Citizen, this is a whole corporation. It's a city. So he built this place with blood. Go ahead. And still today. This is all the prospering off of free labor of slaves.
What is the name of it again?
Great Millstone. And then apostles after that. Establishes that's it. Establish the city with iniquity, man. You know? I need to get that where it says we waited. Okay, second address 9. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. You have to be a diligent person to even measure the time diligently. The Spirit is on the apostles that be diligent men to dissect all this stuff, to catch things before they happen, man. Like the vaccination shot, you know? The MOTB, you know?
Yeah, I'm with them.
We got, you know, our people, we got to get educated and know the meaning of these things before they happen, or else they're going to get caught by that net of lies, man. It says, And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, thou shalt understand. It is this very same time wherein the Most High will begin to visit the world, which he made. The Most High made the world, man. He made the world for the elect's sake, man. He made heavens and earth. Right? It says, therefore, when thou shalt be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, man. Even from the beginning, how did it say he spoke through the prophets, man? Since the beginning of the world. So our people really, when they say, man, only God can judge me, you're asking for the worst, man. Because you would rather hear from man. They wanted to hear from Moses when they learned about the power of the Most High. You wanna be taught by prophets, you know?
Oh yeah.
Because Most High loves judgment, and the way Most High judges, man, from him belong the issues from death, man. You know? He kills and he makes alive, he wounds and he heals, man. Alright, so it says, for like, verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. What is the end manifest? Esau, he's the end of the world. His end is happening now, it's going down. Like I said before, once you stop dealing with natural and you don't transfer over into the spirit and you trying to do a digital operation, you lost, man. You're supposed to go from natural to spiritual, man. Not natural to digital. And there's no spirituality in digital. The digital is carnal, is by carnal means, man. He's trying to put a chip in everybody's brain, man, to control everybody. You know? Transhumanism.
Yeah.
You know? How you gonna function as a robot? How you gonna love your brethren? How you gonna be a nation as a damn robot? He's able to turn you on and off.
Right.
You know?
Like you listen to all the devices as you speak.
Yeah, that's madness, man. It says 7. No, it says 6. Even so, of the time also the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs, man. That's part of that natural too, man. In the beginning, it's very simple, man. He made everything upright. Made one thing against the other. Now this is the end of the times. Now things are happening. Signs are being eclipsed, red moons, prophecies, you know, earthquakes, tsunamis, droughts, famines. You know, they show the example when the COVID hit, man. People was bugging out because of lack of food, canned goods. Wasn't no luxury meals anymore, man. You know, a bag of beans that you might not even be able to cook. You know? So these are the things coming to America. Most High said, hey, I put men in the place to warn you from these things, man. We're the messengers, man.
You have to write it down.
All we do is come out and warn you, man, like it's something about to happen. You know? And Jake ain't gonna be ready for it, man. Like we said, cars, they only have so much gas, you know? Houses only have so much room in them. You know? And Jake, who we buy all this shit from anyway, the so-called white man? He wouldn't have a damn thing if he didn't. They say you should go through the want of him of all things, man. Why they laughing at me on the corner? They gotta go to the fucking enemy, the one that's murdering their asses, looking stupid. I know that's my enemy when I have to go to him, man. Like, damn, these motherfuckers got the water, man. They got the food. They got housing. These devils don't even know that that's their enemy, man. Anyway, and get emotional when you tell them the truth.
Yeah.
You know? It says 7, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed, man. So we're going to be able to escape from his works. You know, the so-called white man, the instrument of the Most High's work. He uses the so-called white man against Jacob. You know, he set the so-called white man up because we didn't follow his laws. So he said, if you don't want to follow me, well, you're going to follow this, your enemy, man. If you don't want to be in my hands, you don't want to do the laws of my laws, you're going to follow the laws of the so-called white man. And this so-called white man got stupid-ass laws. You jaywalk, you get a $50, $60 ticket. You speed 5 miles per hour over the speed limit, you getting a damn ticket, man.
He flood the nation with drugs, and then he make it a felony for you to possess them or use.
Yeah. He give you the choice of McDonald's, which is probably a $40 $40 a day, or give you selling drugs. You can make, you know, $400 an hour or something. You know, and then Jake was like, I'm oppressed, nothing I could do. Back against the wall, I'm gonna sell drugs. You know, then he locks you up, he confiscates the drugs, lock you up for about 5 years, put the drugs back in the street. He takes one Jake to sell all that. Rick Ross. They set him up before he came to America. He was in South America, in Colombia, I think it was. Set up, and then they brought him to America to sell drugs to the black community. What did they do with him? Put him in jail. They brought out a fake Rick Ross. That's a rapper. A parody of the real Rick Ross. And he's pumping out musical illness about drugs and about strippers and about adultery.
Luciferic.
Yeah. Low vibration, man.
And you know they say when Satan was kicked out of heaven, he was in the choir. He was over music. Lucifer was over the music. He was a master of music.
Well, that represents the so-called white man today. Who controls the music industry? These devils, man. So-called white people, the rats.
Yeah, they on BET.
Yeah, they on BET. Cohen, Clive Davis, who was that else? Another Jerry Heller and all that. If you see the NWA movie, you know, he was selling drugs, making a business out of it in the streets. Of course, they hooked up as NWA. Who found him? You know, Jerry Heller. Would they offer them much money as they could possibly make? Because believe it or not, I think Eazy was smart, man. Not saying he was right by selling drugs, but he was smart. You see, they always say he was a business-minded man. A lot of our people, like, when they sell drugs, they got a plan to it. They gotta be like, well, I'm gonna sell this amount of drugs, I'm gonna save up, and I'm gonna be able to feed all my homies, all my people. Esau don't like that shit. You're only supposed to try to feed your family.
That's how they control.
That's why
how they spend it.
How they spend it.
That's even when you look at the liberals, they got the 90% of the Negroes follow the Democratic Party, which is a Luciferic organization.
Yeah.
It's putting them to sleep, and then they sell them this, destroying the black nuclear family, where they say, well, here's this candy, here's this treat, vote for us, you know. If you even look at the new presentation, you know, you got gay rights, you got Asian rights, but they still ain't, all the uprising over George Floyd, they ain't did nothing for the black people. And so the black man is still the last one on the totem pole, then they training up to go against them. They say, we'll give you the grant, we'll give you the money, you can start the business. Now you're starting to hear black women regurgitate the same thing that the white supremacists saying, like, oh, these black men don't want to do nothing. They don't want to go get educated. They sound like a white supremacist.
Well, that started off with the women's liberation.
Yeah, the women's live movement.
Angela Davis and all them.
Yeah.
You know, they went into liberation, man. But in the Roman Empire, which is the spiritual Rome, spiritual Egypt, they had plebeians and patricians, man. They had two forms of a political government going against each other, but they was on the same team, man. It's like the Republicans and Democrats. You know, they doing the same thing today, so to make you go out and vote, choose the lesser evils. That's what Jake said. Anyway, verse 7, back in 9 and 7, in 2nd Esdras, and everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape it by his works and by faith whereby they have believed. That's where we have faith. And that's where Jake got to hang up on too. They be like, well, shit, what is faith at? We need to go with spiritual. I mean, we need to do with arms, man. Carry guns. We tried that with the Black Panther Party, man. Right to bear arms, and what happened? What happened, man? We're the Black Panther Party, man.
They got a new one that's forming.
It's forming, but where they at in the meanwhile while Jake is getting shot? And, you know, you don't wait.
Matter of
for
fact,
shit.
they finna do a event here.
Been a what?
They finna do an event here in the next month. I think.
Yeah.
So y'all need to be part of that.
Nah, you know.
Y'all ain't messing with them.
You know, but you know what? Our people be on that black stuff. Man.
Yeah.
You know, where was that Grandmaster Jay?
Yeah.
Where is he at?
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Oh,
shot
like
a man in one of his own people in the foot or something like that.
like the Black Lives Matter. You found out the lady spent $20 million up there, but she talked about white people hard. But then she moved up in an all gated white neighborhood and spent $20 million of the money that they come.
She congregates among lesbians.
Yeah, and then she's a homosexual.
Yeah.
They had nothing to do for the black man but to destroy us. Only time we good for is to campaign off us.
You see,
when one of us get shot by the police or something, they come in and these homosexuals and lesbians campaign off us so they can get their rights.
Yeah.
But they have no inclination or love to give you any of your rights. They hate us. If they could get rid of the black man, two people would rather get rid of the black man: the white supremacists, because he don't have the dominant force, and then the homosexual black women. They ain't even got to. Your girl don't even have to look at a man no more. She don't even have to look at an image, so you can live that fake fantasy out.
Yeah, man. Well, you know,
that fake fantasy and Chrissy
we'll
toy
get
box
to the
and all.
scriptures, right? These celebrities, they're being used now.
Yeah,
Brat just came out. Queen Latifah came out.
yeah,
You know, they using all these women. They part of a black boule, which is a copy of the boule itself, which is ran by, you know, the elite system where they sacrifice children, have sex with children. Read in the Talmud, you can have sex with a 3-year-old girl. I didn't write it. We didn't write it. They wrote it. Anyway, that's how they get down though. But that's why our people follow. They got the alpha, beta stuff, the fraternities and sororities and all that. Go back to when we used to follow the Greek customs, man.
yeah,
Those are Greek fraternities.
yeah.
We used to be in Greece, following the Greek, you know, those same organizations. That's why in the scripture there's two, it says Jew nor Greek, not so-called white people, but the Greeks that were following, the Israelites that were following Greek customs. They doing, Hellenistic area. They doing the same thing today. This is Greece. This is all the kingdoms all in one, all over again. Second Esdras 8:1. It says, and he answered me saying, the Most High have made the world for many, but the world to come for few. Yeah, it's a lot of people that's going to perish in this time, man. Because the world that's coming, that's contrary to popular belief. Like Jake want to knit his world, a world within this world. You can't do that. So-called white men rule this whole world. You can go to Alaska and shit and need a fucking new ID and shit, new driver's license. You can go to China, and the Chinese is following the so-called white man. There's going to be rules implemented in there regarding how the so-called white man thinks. He colonized and organized this whole shebang, man. So it ain't no place that you could go, and you know what they're gonna say? You American property over there. You ain't gonna be able to understand the Chinese or the East Indian if you get caught over there. They're gonna say you're a hostage over there. How can we get him home? He's an American citizen. You know, you're American property, and it's called straw man. If you look on your driver's license, their whole name is in capital letters. Called straw man, your own. That's why you got a birth certificate, you got a number, and then your mother signed a contract basically until you're 18 years old, and then you belong to the government. That's why you started getting into these legal problems as an 18-year-old. Go to college and shit. You know? What?
I know she got the tribes are kind of like they had theirs.
Yeah.
That same way the other Hebrew brothers got.
Yeah, it's the same.
Same.
The same way. It's just a few things that they don't teach that we teach. Like about the MOTB, which is mark of the beast. They don't teach that. They don't teach about the vaccination shots being hazardous to our people.
They took them?
I don't know. I don't know of them. I would say that I don't know of them teaching that.
Oh, okay.
But those are just a few of the things.
I know Farrakhan said don't take it too. He told brothers not. He told people not to take those.
But
drugs.
he might say that to lure people in and then change his mind. They have him change his mind. You know, that's how they do. Cause he's sold out. I mean, he was on the red carpet and all that. You know. Go ahead.
This is Psalms chapter 91 and verse 7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side,
Yep.
and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
Talking about the elect. Because there's certain men that's going to not be touched by the second death. The second death is this nuclear fire, but it's going to be Jacob's trouble, where they're going to have private prisons, you know, that you're going to go to. They're going to put you on a bus. You know, when they shut the system down, they looking for the rebellious people or the people that causing trouble. And they got concentration camps for those people. You know, the Superdome was a concentration camp. It wasn't no, what they call it, restitution, place of restitution. It was a concentration camp, and they could kill many Jakes if they want to. Oh, he died in the storm. He died in the Hurricane Katrina. He died in the rioting of the people. I don't know where he's at. Go ahead.
Verse 8. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
Yeah, man, because the reward of the wicked is going to be these things that's going to happen to them, man. Because judgment, according to the Bible, judgment takes place on the earth. Your spirit goes back to the Most High, and He'll put your spirit back into the body, and it takes place on earth.
So I'm gonna ask you one more time because I tried to contact you two right there. How can I get in contact with you?
Great Millstone Apostle. Great Millstone Israelites.
Yeah, it could be his various channels, but
That right
I'll put
there?
a specific one there, which was his channel.
I tried to look up the other one. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Great what?
Great Millstone. On YouTube. You can also Google it, Great Millstone Info, and it'll pop up also.
Apostles.
Yeah. That's it. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Because thou hast made the Lord.
All right, y'all have a blessed day.
All right, man. You too.
Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee,
Yeah.
neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
That's when you make the Most High you accept Him as your power, coming back to Him. Not for those 2/3, man, because they think it's a joke. You know, like I said, man, that the so-called white man, they don't know his mind state. He got it. Most High gonna put him in that cage state of mind. He gonna go back to brutally murdering. He got evil inventions out there, man. He got torturing chambers out there. Jake think he just, you know, like he got it good, man. Just because you driving on 4 wheels and shit, man.
Yeah, and that goes back to the word zombie, which goes into witchcraft. When you look up the definition, and the person that orchestrates the witchcraft is Esau, Edom.
Yeah.
Puts witchcraft on people. That's why people are considered zombies.
That's why it talks about the harlot and her sorcery, witchcraft and sorcery.
And it goes into a lack of common sense, right? Which is goes back into consciousness. They don't have consciousness.
Yeah.
You know, they're weak-minded.
Yeah. Reprobate. Void of judge. Go ahead.
Says, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways.
Yeah, man, we got angels around us. Said he camped. I would not fear. Got angels camped around him. You know. Go ahead.
Says they shall bear thee.
Hey, that's
up.
a powerful God. And it, you know, and it makes sense. Hey, my sons, go watch over my sons, man. You know, like, hey, those are my elect men. Watch over them. Make sure they got what they need. Eat. It says, in a time of famine, you shall eat. My servants shall eat. Go ahead.
It says, they shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone.
Yep.
Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder.
Hey, they tempted the Yahawashi the same way, man.
young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name.
Most High gonna set us up on high, man. And it said, what did it say? The righteous man, bold, standing, all that before him that afflicted him. The Most High is gonna put a standard against them when they come in as a flood. Spiritual powers, untouchable, invincible. All the things that Jake dreamed of when he was a little kid, you know, all them superhero movies. Now Jake get grown and shit. He don't believe in such a thing no more. He doing it the drug dealer way. Well, Esau still believing that. He still got still come out with Superman movies, Batman movies, Spider-Man movies, all that. Go ahead.
So he shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation.
Yep. And what is speaking about apocrypha, the greatness of our salvation, the strangeness of our salvation. Not only do we got angels with chariots are rolling around, man, flying around, man. You know, he said he delivered Jerusalem as a flying rope. You know, we've been watched by angels, taken notes and reported by angels, and to be in a good case with the Most High willing, man. You know?
I think that's it.
That's it. You know? So that's all that about what we talking about, man. Can't serve two masters. You want to be delivered. Jacob's trouble. You know? What else did we mention earlier? About seeing your enemies fall right before your eyes. You know, the wicked being swallowed up, death. Us being pretty much conformed to righteousness. You know, living the life of immortality. A kingdom that's unending, cosmos, man. And Avi Jake need that, man, because we tired of being sick, held back. You know, all those parties that were representing blackness and community stuff, that's failed, man. You know, because that's why Jake ain't got a grip on life yet. He's still rolling around, smiling and grinning, thinking life is just a buzz, man. You know, whether it be beer or drugs, wine or whatever, and wake up next month, do the same shit, ass out, all that shit. Gone, lost. Anyway, that's my ride. We'll get a couple more, one more scripture.
All right. This is Psalms chapter 18, verse 29. For by thee I have run through a troop.
Talking to a lot of.
For by thee I have run through a troop,
Yep.
and by my power I have leaped over a wall. As for the Most High, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried. He is a buckler to all those that trust in him.
Yeah, he's a buckler. I don't trust him. You know, there ain't no feeling with this, with the Most High. Ain't no feeling with this truth. Can't do nothing against it before, man. Go ahead.
Verse 32. It is the Most High that girdeth me with strength and maketh my way perfect.
Yep.
He maketh my feet like hinds feet,
Yep.
and setteth me upon my high places.
Hey, that's mean we're gonna be jumping from building to building, man. Spiritual powers, man. Go ahead.
He teaches my hands to war,
Yep.
so that a bow of steel is broken in my arm.
See?
Thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation, and thy right hand hath holden me up, and thy gentleness hath made me great.
Yep.
Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, that my feet did not slip.
Yep. Exactly. Our feet are not gonna slip, man. You gonna need that, man. Jay gonna wish he had spiritual power dealing with the so-called white man.
And they shall be willing, and then the day of that
In the
power.
day of that power, man. Our people are gonna be like sick, cause they gonna be like, you know, there's gonna be certain men on the level, man, that they not gonna be able to touch. What they do? They was jealous. They hated Yahawashi. Who is this man that be like God, man? Bring him down, put him on the cross, and they mocked him. They said, "Hey, he saved others, but him himself he can't save." Well, now he's coming back with an angelic force, and he's gonna share that power with his men. And it's gonna, it ain't gonna take much to take out this place, man. You know, brothers and have spiritual dreams, man. about chariots and everything. Them chariots ain't up there for no reason. And they talked about it in the Bible, documented. Spiritual powers documented, talked about in the Bible. They go hand in hand, man. So, yeah, that time is coming, man. Hey, what's your name again?
Nico.
Nico. Yeah, man. Brother came out, man. I don't know if you want to show yourself.
Just saw you on YouTube, and I just decided to come out, and I wanted to actually come out on highways and byways and teach. Because this is my first time out here.
Oh, okay.
Like this. I've been doing videos for about 9 months.
Oh, okay. And you follow GMS, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's what's up, man. Well, we're closing out. Hope you brothers are edified that's watching, man. Till the next time, be safe. And we almost out of here, man. Giving all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem, Kadash. Double honors to Apostle, Elder, Great Millstone, West Side Teach, brothers to the teaching the word. The hope for lecture, Shalom.